unavoidable loss, not too good a way to start the season. A lot of improvement, though.
Yeah.
But we are here to review the Chelsea Man City game. Yeah. As you can see, I'm sweating already, and under air conditioning, right? But I'm so excited to have my usual panelists in the studio. Yeah. Armando GH Armando is in the building.
Armando is here.
Right, as well. I have my man Snap. This in the building.
Battery low.
I know, right? Yeah. Guys, this was by any means an avoidable loss.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes, I do agree. I mean, 2 avoidable goals actually, and then we ourselves could have scored a couple
of goals.
So I think, like you said, it's an avoidable loss which we need to improve upon. Moving forward, especially for me. I'll say our season will begin next week. Let's start killing them from there. But to be honest, a lot of improvement from the boys today, defensively, and the midfield. I know the midfield is always solid, but we still need to improve a lot more.
Right.
Well, to me, I think we had a very decent game, in the sense that we have a lot of improvement. Yeah. We just didn't take our chances, and then the goals were avoidable, like you said. But then experience beat us at it. So I feel like we are going to do better if there's much more correspondence and then cohesion. But then I just feel like all in all, the boys did well, and then we have to give them what is due them. Right. Yeah.
Are we just saying this because we feel that we have to say something to please our fans or to please ourselves?
No. What we should understand is we played against City, and City are the champions. They are the defending champions, and this is a team that has consistently showed pressing and then every other quality you would expect in a football team. Right. This is a coach that has mentored in one way or another, who is our coach now. So if I say experience beat us, you should get to know that, we have just come from forming a new system. We have just come from having new players, a new coach, and then we are trying new things. Yes, we played preseason and then hoped that it would better inform us as to what to do in the season. But then you should know that tactics would always change, players would always change, formations would always change. What do you do when this hits you? What do you do when that hits you? And then I think that this was a pretty decent game. So all in all, we give them what's due them.
That's true. To me, it was a 50-50 game. Yeah. And of course, even possession-wise, Chelsea were a bit ahead of Manchester City in terms of possession. Right. But what I think I saw overall in the game was that, yes, individually we are improving, and of course, collectively, I didn't really see the cohesion we were looking at. Yeah. And I mean, the system we wanted to see, or we thought we will see, we didn't see that today. Right. It was a bit of last season, the same thing. Low intensity. I mean, the movement was very low for me. I think we could have done better, especially the offensive side of it. We could have done a lot of movement to at least create a lot of chances. But our build up to was very slow. Right. We needed to be quick in the build up as well. So that I think we can improve.
Right. Yeah. For me, I think it was as I said, individually the players are improving day by day. Yeah. But then our momentum, our collective effort, playing as a team, I think we are not there yet. We still see a lot of hitches, a lot of challenges. I mean, trying to transition with the ball. And I mean, with very slow momentum, when you are playing against a team that can easily punish you, you try to take your chances. Yeah. We misplaced a lot of our chances. Yeah. Like, we weren't really sharp attacking. We weren't really threatening when we got the ball and we were attacking. It didn't really look as if we meant serious business. Yeah. For me, going forward, I would like to see a lot of improvement in the attack. And before this particular episode, we did another an episode, and I was concerned about our attack and the defense. Yeah. And then you felt that we could manage with what we have. This game has shown us that we really need that's number 9 that we can depend on. That is very dependable anytime he has the ball. Jackson wasn't in the latter part of the game, he made some efforts, but from the start, he wasn't really. I don't know to say whether he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Because his touches were very, very rusty, and his pressing ability was very poor. And the entire team, we weren't really pressing much.
Yeah.
It didn't really look like. It looked like what we were doing in preseason, though there are improvements, but we still haven't seen that, mentality of, we have to, this is a game we have to win, or this is a game at least we have to draw. We didn't really see that until probably the latter part of the game, where there were some substitutions. Neto came in and added some, bit of pressing to the forward. But overall, I think we didn't do bad. As Raheem said, we are playing the defending champions of Premier League, so definitely it wasn't going to come.
West.
Yes, it wasn't going to come easy. So I think this is a point we would have to sit back, and that's one thing I like about Enzo Maresca. He's not the arrogant type. He's not a proud type. He always wants to learn. So I think this is a point for him to, go back to the drawing board and really see what would work for the team. But for me today, it didn't actually work at all.
That's true.
Yeah.
It was disappointing to the heart, because as a true fan, you would want that your team would win, if not for anything at all. So you are also able to boast that you are supporting a team that has actually gotten you 3 points at the first game and all of that. But all in all, like I'm saying, they still did pretty well, and then I just think that
and that is very important. Yes. We as fans, it's our responsibility to actually support the team, be behind them. Regardless the situation.
What gives me hope is that I know going forward we are going to do better. If City's game had come a game like 2 or 3 games after the start of the season, I'm sure we would have done better than we did today, because there would have been much more cohesion and then auto mobility and all of that. But you would see that we still lack 1 or 2 things, and then we are going to get those things right.
I would like to add something, especially our defense. For me, I if you realize most of our episode, I talk more about our defense. I think we did a lot more and much better today.
Exactly, that's true.
However, Fofana needs to, at least even though he was our best man in the back today, at the back today, but I think the first goal he kind of slept off.
And even the second goal, he actually gave the pass away.
Yeah. So in terms of improvement, we really improved a lot defensively, and it looks like the two of them will be a
better pair.
Our better pair.
Actually,
moving forward.
In the previous episode, you mentioned that you need to see them. I was against that, but today seeing them, I think there was much improvement. And then
just that we still need the leader I've been crying for. If the defense still need it.
If Fofana is given the chance, I think he would be it. He looks like somebody that is hungry for that. But then, sometimes that responsibility is given. Why am I saying that? Once you see somebody wearing the arms band, you see that the person is given that role. He's able to coordinate a lot of things. But if you don't have that, somehow, you see yourself as somebody that's not up to.
No, but I think the point he's actually making is that every department needs to have a leader. But everybody cannot wear the captain band. So in your department, you need to give yourself responsibilities. For me, I think Sanchez himself is not actually doing any.
It's supposed to come from the goalkeeper. You are behind. You see what's going on. So you can.
But Sanchez is too quiet.
Yes.
He's too quiet. He's not talking. Even when they make mistakes, he doesn't talk.
Shout on them.
He talks. He turns away, and as if he fears. his defense.
That's true.
You need to communicate. You need to let them know what they are doing wrong, so they don't do that again.
That's one thing I actually love about Pickford, Jordan Pickford. He will shout at you like we are fighting.
Yeah.
Yes,
you have to do the right thing.
A little mistake, he will shout at you.
Yes, and then Hugo Lloris too. He's someone that's good at that.
Yeah.
Yes, he will even follow you in and out to try and let you know.
So if by the way, if the keeper is not doing that, then we need a defender who
will be able to
vocal.
do that.
Just be vocal. You know,
but why I made my submission is that you notice that a lot of the people that are there and then are not given the arms band, they might do a few corrections, but they are not able to really give commands and then coordinate these things.
I also think sometimes it's personality profile, because you remember when Tosin was in one of our games, he took certain leadership decisions. when we had a penalty and this guy wanted to play it, Madueke wanted to play it.
Yeah.
And Nkunku also wanted to play. When Nkunku played the first one, the second one, he actually told them the ball was actually given to Madueke to also play. Yeah. So that kind of individual, leadership, sometimes you just have to take it upon yourself when you are not seeing that it is happening, because it has to be a teamwork. So when you don't see it and you feel you have that leadership in you, that quality in you, you just can't, even in school, sometimes we see some of these things. You just see somebody and this person will be
a leader.
A leader. Yeah. You get it. So I think we need that in the defense. We need it a lot.
Another typical example is Van Dijk. Usually we criticize him that he doesn't go for tackle, but he will stay and ask you to go.
To go, he command you. That's it. If you realize there were so many empty spaces, spaces for
they were given acres of land to operate around, and then
it's because nobody was talking.
Yeah,
that's it.
Nobody was talking. Caicedo, I didn't see him talk a lot. Enzo, I didn't see him talk a lot.
Yeah.
And so they were just, because at the end of the day, when you are in front of me, I can see from where
what's happening. Yeah.
So I should be able to tell you where would be a good place for you to be and all of that. So going forward, and I remember you made mention of it in one of our videos. Leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership is very, very important in every organization.
Yeah.
So for me, I think we have to work on that as well. Yeah. And one of the things I also realized was that because of how we weren't able to, command ourselves and how, to place ourselves, we lacked creativity.
Yeah.
You couldn't, when the City players have the ball, there are pockets of spaces they run into and take the ball.
That's true.
And we wait for them to take the ball before we now go to attack.
Yeah.
But they won't allow that to happen. They make sure they block all the spaces. You can't even penetrate.
Yeah.
But in between our forward and the midfield, plenty spaces. Between the midfield and the defense, plenty spaces.
Yes.
Disintegration.
Yeah.
So they will definitely get in there and punish you.
Exactly so.
You get
exactly it? So. I also feel that the coach made a lot of choices that didn't really go well for us, as in bringing in some players and then taking out people that were actually performing, like Lavia. And then, Enzo wasn't,
in the game.
He wasn't in the game. Yeah. Maybe because he wasn't playing the position required of, he could have played better or something. Right. But then taking Lavia out was a no-no.
Yeah.
Lavia was actually the holder of the midfield.
He was the main,
He made things happen for us in the midfield the way we would have wanted it to. So, and then the pair with Caicedo was also good. So at least Enzo Fernandez should have gone out for...
Okay, so from a tactical point of view, concerning the substitution, I was actually looking forward to seeing Enzo Maresca making about only 2 substitutions, maybe initially.
Yes.
Enzo Fernandez coming off, and then Nkunku going into the number 10 position, and then Neto going for the left wing.
That would have worked for us.
That would have been...
And we've all seen how deadly Nkunku has been in that role.
Playing the number 10 role.
Becoming a utility player where he's able to, use all spaces around front and back to be able to...
Enzo Fernandez was off. To me, he was the...
Regardless, we are not saying that Enzo didn't play the ball. He gave some good passes as well. But overall, he did worse than he did good.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Because he lost a lot of balls. A lot of balls. Even in their 18-yard box.
Yeah.
Balls that, you could have just, created a chance out of. He lost those balls. And it's not out of the fact that anybody hates anybody.
Yes.
These are just things we saw and we feel that, it could have improved as a team. And one of the players I also think I should applaud is Caicedo, especially getting into the second half of the game. Exactly. He was just like he was winning the duels and also getting into spaces
and passes as well,
getting passes over and all of that. And I saw that I don't know the word to use, that eagerness to play in that zeal. Part of that zeal to play, but then it wasn't collective. So. One of them will have that zeal, become tired. The others are,
so you see, you saw that more after the exit of Lavia.
Yes,
right.
That's what the problem is. True. So when Lavia was there, it was a shared responsibility.
Yes.
So you would see him some of the time. You see Lavia to some of the time. Today, Yes, he was at his best. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, but we didn't really see so much from him because there were other people playing the role equally.
Can
like
you even
Savino
remember Bernardo Silva too was in the game? He was nowhere to be found.
Yes, because it was a shared responsibility among a lot of them. So you don't know.
Cucurella almost beat him.
You don't know. And that's the experience I'm talking about. You as an opponent would not know where the ball is coming from at a given time.
Right.
You don't know who is going to shoot. You don't know who is going to give the pass to who.
Right.
And that's what we actually need to be doing.
Yeah. Cucurella also did well.
Yeah, I loved him. I loved him today. I loved Cucurella.
He actually played, I don't know whether from some analysis, it was actually a tactical decision. But I felt Cucurella played him out of his position and he went to the
that's true. Cucurella
he couldn't just outpace
he evicted him.
Yeah.
He evicted him.
Yeah. And then Cucurella plays like he's a double human being.
And that was where Guardiola got something right by the switch. Yeah. He got Savino to also punish.
Savino was a lot more swift and
and he was a problem for us in a way. And then when Doku also went to the right, Gusto was also a bit sluggish because I don't know what exactly went wrong.
Actually, Gusto didn't get his best games today. Because even moving forward, he didn't attack well. Yeah. He didn't get good crosses in, and defensively he couldn't actually get hold of Doku as we know him.
I would have expected him to do.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe in Doku's strength, you would find Gusto's weaknesses. Yeah. That's why the switch came, and then they actually punished us. So
refereeing decision, was that a penalty? Kovacic, his hand was like this.
The referee should have actually won a Man City jersey so that we know that he's on that.
To be honest, like I want to ask a question: Is the Premier League gaining something from? I mean, Chelsea fans lamenting all the time
over Anthony Taylor.
I
think you should ask. It's a genuine question.
Because I don't really know. I don't understand.
If I'm supposed to answer that, my answer will be yes.
Because it's like they enjoy it.
And
because he always gets get the talk of town whenever he handles Chelsea games but all the time.
Yeah.
So to me that decision was wrong. It should have been a penalty.
Yes. And then there was a tackle on Enzo Fernandez. I think should have actually maybe it shouldn't have been a penalty because the tackle was from outside the box, but it should have been a foul. I personally think so.
So refereeing decisions was
poor. Yes, a lot of
them didn't really work for you.
Yeah. Right. And then you would know that, especially with the guy Kovacic's handball, he should have at least gone to the VAR. He should have been called there, but then he just listened to the backroom staff.
The rules has changed this season.
Yeah.
Now the VAR allows the on-field decisions to hold.
So why is there VAR again? Why is there the VAR?
They allow the on-field decision
after review, unless it's just something like huge. Mostly the on-field decision would stay. So why is the VAR there?
That's really for you.
This constant change in Premier League decisions is actually going to spoil football.
It does already because it kills the joy.
It kills the joy.
What do you want to see going into our next game? For me, I think this is a lesson. Yeah. As I keep saying, Enzo is one of the people I believe have that, enthusiasm to learn. He doesn't. Yeah. There's no pride. This should be a lesson. This going forward. Yeah. He should go back to the drawing board and see what went wrong.
Yeah.
We shouldn't see, this kind of disintegrated performance going into our next game. Yeah. I always say that if you play good football and you lose, you are still gracious, you are still happy about it. But yes, we were having possession, but it was like we were busy for nothing.
Yeah.
The possession wasn't really materializing into anything sensible. So going forward, what do you think should happen?
Going forward, I just want to see Victor Osimhen. First of all, even if it is not Victor Osimhen, but we should get a number 9, proper number 9, who will be at the 18-yard of the opponent, waiting for the balls to bounce.
Like Haaland does.
Like Haaland, you won't see him work much. Unlike Nicolas Jackson, who ran all around, you still expect him to finish. He will not do that.
Yeah.
By the time he gets to where he's supposed to be, and then to make the finishing, he's already tired.
Yeah.
So that's for me. I always say he's not really the problem, but the work he's doing is more than what he should be doing. So I think we just need the the number 9 who will just be there waiting for the boss.
You know? And talking about Jackson, I feel, I don't know whether I said it earlier on, but I feel he wasn't really ready for this particular game. In our previous game, we said we actually wanted to see him in preseason. We weren't able to see him. Just I think some few minutes, and then today. So for me, I think he was a bit rusty. He wasn't really himself. He wasn't. I mean, playing as you know. A striker we want to see. He wasn't really in the game.
On a lighter note, I think one of the big men left the stand after the second goal. He was going to make a call. He was going to make a call for Osimhen to come. He's going to make a call for Osimhen to come. Yes, but generally, like you are saying, going forward, I would want to see that the coach gives players the chance to actually prove who they are. Before, I think Wolves is our next game away in the Premier League. But before that, we have a midweek game. And it's against Servette from Switzerland. This is a game, I think...
From the Conference League?
Yes, from the Conference League playoffs. This is a game I think he can give a lot of the players chance to actually show what they can do. Yes, it's a game, it's a home and away affair. But I think that the first game we are playing home. We can use that advantage to actually know who is fit for what and who can do what better. Yes, so because this is a competition, it's not like preseason where you think that even if I lose, it's okay. This is where everybody would want to show what they actually do. So why am I saying this? I just think that McGill should be given the chance to prove himself. Maybe the full 90 minutes to prove himself, and we know what he can do. Can he do what we want to see in Osimhen? If that is the chance, then if we are not getting Osimhen, he's who we can rely on. This is all I think should happen.
All right, so I think after this video we do how do you call it, a departmental analysis of the individual players, and then we'll be able to get more in detail of regarding the players and all of that. So guys, as I keep saying, we are just football fans, and we sit here to share what we see. If you see something different, it is not a crime. If you have a different understanding of things, it's not a crime. Just let us know how or what you saw, how you see things in your own, view. Football is not mathematics for you to say there's one formula to work in it. What you see is different from what I see. So let's have some decorum in how we communicate or how we talk to each other on the channel.
So guys, having decent conversations.
Exactly. We are all, yes, you might know better than I do. I might know better than you do. So we learn, we share ideas. It's as simple as that.
So give me the chance to learn from you.
But if you come and then you are saying some rubbish, at the end of the day, I would actually respond with rubbish. So let's respect each other and let's make the platform a beautiful place to be. As usual, the biggest Chelsea platform in Africa. Bam.
We are coming.
We are coming. Right, Chelsea Drive Africa. Please make sure you subscribe if you're watching for the first time. And we also have a Telegram channel. Link will be in the description, where we post more updates on Chelsea FC. So if you want more updates, just subscribe to the Telegram channel as well. And also smash that like button. Until the next episode, peace.
We out.